Hi again, Matthias. Thank you for doing this again with me.
Yes, hi
It's good to see
Anna.
you.
I thank you for taking your time. And again, we are trying. Maybe the last time was a little bit. Hey, who is this?
Oh,
Hey,
this is my friend Samson who's staying with us right now, and if he wanted to come up, or he would start barking. So now he's going to sit here for a few minutes so we don't have barking. There's another puppy over here watching from the bed. So
so
my house is full of dogs
uh,
always.
what? Super amazing. Yes, super. I love dogs. Yeah, this is
Yes, he's
yeah.
look, Samson, you're famous now.
Yeah,
No, I'm really glad to do this again, and
yeah.
just so people
Last
can
time there
hear
was
it.
a bit with the sound. Yeah, but
Hopefully,
okay.
we got it fixed.
Yeah, we got
Hopefully,
it done.
we're good to go.
Yeah. Let's start. Please introduce you a little bit self. Where are you from? Where are you living? What was your history?
So, my name is Anna, and I live in Maine, which is pretty much on the border. I mean, we're on the border of Canada, northern United States on the East Coast. And basically, my story is so I didn't get hit with this MS thing. I mean, it legitimately started about 5 years ago, I think. 5 years ago.
Oh,
This is almost my 4 years stem cell birthday coming up on December 3rd. So no symptoms, no like history of, oh, my foot tingles or I can't feel my hands sometimes, or there was nothing. It just came out of absolute, I mean, it just nowhere. It came out of nowhere. And it was actually we were doing a my husband told me it was when we were doing a family photo shoot, and I told him, I said, I can't feel some of my fingers, there's I feel numb, and we thought it was carpal tunnel because I'm a dog groomer, and I was like, oh, I've been using my hands for years before that. I worked in an office, it's got to be carpal tunnel. So I didn't really think that much about it. He's got to come up again. um I didn't think that much about it, and then it just suddenly started climbing up my arm, and then half my body. My leg was weak. I was driving my son to school. I was like, there's something seriously wrong. I went to the doctor and they said, you might be having a stroke. So off to the ER I went, and they ruled out stroke and brain tumor that day. And then they said, we need to get you into a neurologist. We don't know what's going on. So about a month later, and during this time, I was just sitting on my couch waiting for an appointment. So about a
yeah,
month later, I got in for an MRI, and I did not know. Well, I was like, oh, it's got to be a pinched nerve. There has to be like some easy explanation for this. It's got to be something. And I called the neurologist office again, and well, the office said, oh, we're going to set you up with the MS nurse. And this was before I even got diagnosed. And I'm like, oh my God. So I made my mother come over that day for the appointment with the neurologist, and I said they're going to tell me I have MS because I don't think they were supposed to say that yet. And so I got diagnosed with MS, and they gave me the three drugs to try out. They said you can pick. They said it's highly aggressive, so you should go on one of the top tier drugs, and it should be Tysabri, Ocrevus, or Kesimpta. So I'm also JC virus positive. So the chances, and it was, like I said, a high level. So they said Tysabri is right out for you. So I said Ocrevus because then I don't have to worry about dropping like a $15,000 vial of whatever I have to keep in my fridge on the floor and shattering it. So I went on that and joined support groups because that's what the MS North said to do. She said you got to
yeah.
join some support groups. And there was a man from Australia in the support group, and I was miserable and I didn't feel any better. And he said, I'm done with MS. I'm going to Russia and I'm going to have a stem cell transplant. I'm done with this. And this was the first time anyone had ever said you could be done with MS. And but also I was like, oh, that sounds dangerous and scary. I don't even know what that is. And he said, no, look it up. Just look at all the stuff and then make up your mind. And so I spent about a week obsessively finding out everything I could watch and find on YouTube about HSCT. And I had run across the 60 Minutes Australia um, spotlight that they did on Clinica Ruiz. And
Yeah.
I was like, that. Because she went from not being able to get up, and I'm a mom, I've got kids, I've got dogs. And I was like, we used to do fun stuff. And she was like asleep on the couch and she couldn't do all the mom stuff that she wanted to do. And I just was like, I want that back. I want it back. I don't like being like this. I call it couch mom, my couch mom period for that year while I raised money and basically just was so fatigued. I could barely get up off the couch. Um, so within that, I was diagnosed in January and then I went beginning of January. I was at Clinica Ruiz in Puebla, just like you. In We arrived in November shortly after Thanksgiving. Oh no, we were there for Thanksgiving, shortly before Thanksgiving, and I was transplanted within a year of diagnosis because I just
Yeah.
was not having it. I had two Ocrevus infusions to get me through and hopefully stop any attacks, and then right into HSCT, and it was
And this was the
devastating.
year HSCT was in which year?
So I don't know why I have issues remembering years. I believe it was in 20. Well, okay. So it's in 2026. It's my 4-year anniversary on December
So
4th.
yeah, 4 years.
So
Yeah.
we'll go back 4 years ago. So it was in 2022 that I was transplanted, December
Yeah,
4th.
wonderful, wonderful. So the most interested now by the community is what comes after the HACT. What was your way to recover? This is a most request at the moment. Maybe you can say something about what was your way. You finished your stem cells birthday now 4 years. What was coming? What was coming after?
Um, well, for a little while there was a lot of fear. Even though I felt better when the chemotherapy hit me. I was like, after the first chemo, I felt a little better, and I was like, oh no, you're just imagining things. By the second chemotherapy session, I was like, whoa, I feel a lot better. I'm starting to feel like I could feel my fingers again. I could walk up and down flights of stairs without using the banister. I was like,
Wow.
this is amazing. Um, but there was also a lot of fear, like, is this going to end? Is this going to come back? Um, what's going to happen? And I also live in a very, very rural area. So there wasn't like, oh, just go up the street and do PT or go do this therapy or that therapy. There's none of
Hmm.
that around here. So a lot of it was just stuff I figured out on my own. Um, Going walking was a big one. Being able to groom again and use my hands and get all my dexterity going again. I just started painting for the last year and a half, almost 2 years actually. I've been going and joining a ukulele strum group at the library. So learning how to play the ukulele, musical instrument. I never played one before. So now we do that. But like little things that help stimulate, just the growth of your nerves and neuroplasticity and getting things working again. Um, so we've been planning to do things as a family like way in advance now, which has been fabulous for me because that fear of it coming back, and there are no signs of it. It's just a psychological thing. Uh, but being able to like this year, I'm going on vacation with my kids to Universal Studios, and I'm going
Super.
to go on all the roller coasters, and I'm going to do all the stuff, and I'm excited. And this summer we went to a big concert with my husband because he just beat cancer, so that was huge. But the tickets were purchased like 9 months in advance, and
Yeah.
up until this point, because when you have MS, you can't plan. You don't know how you're going to feel. Like, am I going to get up and it's going to be a really bad day? And I'm not saying I do have not great days, and there are usually days when I way overly estimated what I should be doing. The last 2 days I was grooming and I was like, oh, I can do that. I can do all this stuff. I'm going to add this to it. And then the next day I woke up and I'm like, oh, my bad. That was not a good idea. That was too much. So I'm trying to learn where my limits are and not to push myself too hard, but that I can do fun things again is amazing. And actually, for people that are going through this, you may have some level of PTSD or CPTSD from going through MS. Um, so I have my first therapy session tomorrow at 8, which I've been telling people they should do for years is speech therapy. And I found a therapist. So yay, we could talk about like letting go of trauma
Yeah,
and living in fear. So I don't know
this
if
is
that helps
wonderful,
anybody.
Anna. This is I'm very happy for you, and yeah, you live in so much nice place in the northern part. Yeah, I'm very looking forward to come there and take a look around. And yeah,
It
but
is where I live. It's very, very peaceful and very, very quiet. I live in the like if you did a search for like the Mount Washington Valley, I live right outside of that. Like, I
wow,
mean, you see the presidential mountains. It's beautiful. We have lakes, and in the winter there's downhill skiing. Um, it's just beautiful. But it
what
is
is
very
your
quiet.
walking
Like
at
my
the
town only has like
ah,
1,000, 1,200 people.
perfect. What is your walking now? Is this all symptoms are gone or
I feel like if I really push it, the farthest I've walked, and I didn't have to stop. It's just that I get really, I find exercise boring,
Hmm.
and I'm not supposed to say that. I'm like the opposite of Segura. I find exercise really, really boring. So I did 4 miles, and I could have walked further. I've hiked a few mountains, not huge ones, but I just, like I would rather be painting or doing something like that, or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but my walking was never, I mean, other than when I was in flare-up, my one and only giant flare, which was horrible, and I was walking, I have a staff that I keep it in the corner of my room. Because I was like, well, if I have to have a cane, I'm gonna have a staff and it's got like a raven on it, like Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty, the Disney Sleeping Beauty. It's got a little raven on it. I was like, I want people to look at me and not know if there's anything wrong or if I'm just gonna hex them. Like I just had to say, I was like, I'm gonna laugh about this. We're just gonna have a good laugh. So I have my walking staff. Um, but I never had other than during that time, and I did go through PT and occupational therapy after my flare up because my balance was bad. Um, I was having like I would constantly like cling to the banister on the stairs. And where I live, it's rural. It's icy in the winter. I was really scared I was going to fall and get hurt, and things were just going to get worse. Um,
Hmm.
but they've been good, and now I don't have. I mean, I don't. I think if you saw me walking, you wouldn't ever know that anything had happened.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would say if we were running together, the bear would probably get me first. Um, but
You're
um,
100% a good snack for the beer. Yeah.
I don't know. The zombies wouldn't want me with the brain. But
No,
yeah,
no,
the bears might. I don't know.
no. Do you have many wild animals around your place?
We have little black bears. Um, they usually just take out the bird feeders. There's not like I mean, in the woods we have, I guess,
Yeah, every
beavers and porcupine and coyotes and different things. But I mean, you rarely deer. There's a lot of deer. Um, don't see them all that often. Little
Hmm,
wild rabbits. We have moose, but again, you don't see them very often.
yeah. So,
So
what can you advise for the people who didn't have the HSCT yet? What is the message for them?
What I would say is, um, you're going to be afraid, and that's completely normal. Like, you're going to have all this fear because people imagine chemo and they think of like cancer killing chemo. Like, it's, you may not feel great, but it's not what you're afraid of. MS is way more scary than HSCT any day. Like, it's like when I was going in, I felt like I was choosing between fighting the tiger or the lion. And the tiger was MS and it was going to wreck me. But the lion, maybe I had a chance. But it was really like picking between like a tiger and like a mildly angry opossum. It really wasn't that bad.
Mm.
So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. If this is the thing that's right for you, then you should do it.
Yeah.
And because if it can stop you from getting worse. And that's how I feel like I've gotten. I'm not right back to where I was before MS, but I'm a good amount of the way there. Like, I still have rough days, but they're not anything like, even the best MS day is worse than any day I have. Those those
For me,
awful.
100% same, Anna. For me, same, 100%. Yeah. To
Yeah, I
get
mean, I
this,
would definitely, if it's right for you, you've
mm,
looked into it, do your research, figure out how comfortable you are with risk. I'm fairly risk averse, but when I found out the odds for my RRMS, newly diagnosed, relatively disease modifying therapy, naive, um, my odds were pretty good. They were about 85 to 88% that I was going to put this thing into remission. And I said, okay, those are good odds. I mean, think about it. If those were the odds for the lottery, and I don't even play the lottery because that's how risk averse I am, but if those were the odds for the lottery, I would probably go out and buy like $1,000 worth of tickets because I know that I was going to win. I just know it. And I knew, and I think your attitude also is really important. Like, if you feel strongly about this, go in there
yeah,
thinking that you're gonna do it. If the odds are 1 in a million, just be like, I am that one. I'm gonna do this.
yeah,
I think attitude, eating right, um,
yeah,
doing any type of physical activity that you can do.
yeah. The last time I was discussing statistics, and I say,
Mhm.
excuse me, if you do the last treatment option at the end of the MS career, and you only treat these people who is, yeah, money multi ill, and you did that the HACT as a last treatment option, the possibility for a die is much more high than if you
Yeah,
have
because
an,
you have all that damage, and it's not
yeah,
there to repair the damage.
yeah,
I mean, a lot of people get lucky, and we do have improvements, but it's there to stop it. So why wouldn't you want to stop it
yeah.
at the beginning before it's really bad?
Yeah, it must be the first treatment option, and this is also the reason for this channel here, to inform the people all around the world over HACT and the possibilities. And I won't stop till I have 1,000 interviews here on this channel. And maybe you can give me a chance to share this here, or you have a
Oh,
chance to share.
absolutely.
This could be,
Absolutely.
yeah, this
I
very
think that the
important.
more the more stories you have,
Yeah,
they're going to relate to someone. Someone's going to need that message from the grandmother or the father or the young man or the mother who's worried about her child, or someone is going to need to hear one of our stories.
yeah,
And I always tell people when they say, well, I can't do this, I'm just that. I'm like, I'm just a dog groomer. like I'm not famous or wealthy but there's a time when you have to choose yourself. What do I need to do, not just for me, but for my family? I mean,
Yeah,
my children are going to need me. My husband is going to need me. Like I came back and then 2 years later he was diagnosed with cancer. So it's like there's a reason that you're gonna need that strength. So
yeah,
and now I'm trying to help people by paying it forward and just spreading the message, um, giving when I can, um,
yeah,
all of that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, there was some more question, but it's so hot here in Germany. Uh, what is the temperature in US?
Well, right now where I am, it's pretty cool. It's like in the 70s, which I can never remember the Celsius translation, but it's not. I mean, maybe it's like 24 Celsius. Does that sound about
Yeah.
right? Is that
Wonderful. For
comfortable but not cold?
yeah,
Um,
very good.
26. Um, it's comfortable. I mean,
Yeah,
today is nice. It's been hot. So we
today
have
in
we have
Germany
air
is
conditioners
very
all
hot.
over the house.
Uh, it's very hot
Yeah,
today.
I am.
It's 37, 39 degrees was.
That's
Yeah,
really
but
that's crazy.
my heat tolerant also increased. So I'm very happy. I'm before it was only 25, over 25 I was down, and now
Mhm.
I can beat minimum 32 degrees, and I was in the coffee outside for 35, but it's not
The heat
comfortable. I
and the
think,
humidity are one thing. Yeah,
yeah,
that still get me too.
yeah,
It's when it's really, really hot or really, really humid, it's I can
mhm,
feel it.
yeah,
And it's not nice. But
right.
today is pretty nice. So
So, what is your plan for today?
um I made a cherry pie because my daughter wanted one and she doesn't feel very good. And I helped with some gardening and I need to work on a commission painting that I'm doing. So the painting that I rehung up one behind me, if you guys can see, it's Dr. Burt that I did as a stained glass. So
Oh,
that one I had it digitally scanned so that I can send a copy to both the HSCT Hope and the Ames charity, and maybe they can set it up, have it like printed on things and sell it as like fundraisers.
yeah, this was my
I
question. I forget the last question. Not the last
Mhm.
question, but the question. The HAC Hope. Tell us
Mhm.
about this community.
So it's basically, and it's still in the starting phases, um, but it helps link people to places that are providing HSCT if they're interested, like counseling to people, like just I will tell you what my experience was so you can decide if this might be right for you. These are the things you might experience. This is what I experienced. Um, and it's just kind of like linking people and advocating for HSCT. It's kind of like the Ames charity in the UK, except that it's in the US.
Yeah,
And that's just kind of what it's based off of. So I'm trying to figure out ways to support multiple multiple charities. I volunteer for HSCT Hope. So if anybody ever wants to reach out to me, I'm happy to talk about my experience with MS,
yeah,
and
you
my
do.
experience with HSCT,
Yeah, you
and
do
I
a
know
very
that the
good job.
protocols.
Yeah, yeah, you did a very good job. Yeah, very good, very good. I saw this. Very good. I'm
Oh, thank you.
And I'm very grateful for everybody who share and help to develop this channel to become bigger and bigger and bigger with all the stories. So if you have one, if you see this here, please go in touch with me and we do an interview. This will be done via Zoom. This is nice and yeah, I won't stop till we have 1,000 interviews in. Yeah,
That's beautiful. I have a friend going through this at UCI in Orange right now. So shout out to Chris, you got this.
very good, Chris. Cross
Yay!
fingers. Yeah,
Um yeah, we were supposed to be in Mexico together and it just took him a while longer, but he ended up getting in the US because now there's places in the US doing it. Whereas when I looked at doing it in the US at that time, which was not that long ago, unless you got accepted into the DMS trial, you weren't going to get it. And I wasn't accepted because I wasn't bad enough. And I was like, oh no, I'm not doing this longer than I have to. This
mm,
is horrible. So now there are places and lots of places actually, but well, maybe not lots, but there's quite a few places that are not doing
yeah,
it.
yeah. I heard from a
They have
guy
right.
from Larry. Larry is from Florida, and
Okay.
Larry was in Mexico for the HACT, and now he decided to develop a center for HACT in Florida. He will,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Adia Adia Center. I can't remember. I
uh,
watched an interview that they did with the HSCT Warriors.
uh,
Um, so I mean, it seems like there's a lot of people now that have been through it, come out the other side, and really want to help other people. Um,
yeah,
just that you don't have to like. There's nothing that you did in your life that could possibly have won you the prize of the MS. Like, and you don't have to go through it. It's not like you got this thing and, oh, this is the penance I have to pay. I have to
yeah,
suffer with this. I have to do it.
yeah,
You don't. Um,
yeah.
and it's a travesty that they're not telling people about this at the diagnosis. So I'm happy to be one of those people shouting it from the rooftops. Like, yeah, go look at this because you don't have to.
Mm.
You don't deserve it. Go go get better, and then
Go get
enjoy life.
better. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Go get better and then do all the fun stuff.
And
All the
watch
stuff.
all these videos. Yeah, we have now 65
Watch the
videos.
videos.
Yeah, we have
That
six.
is fabulous. Yay, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And we have Dr. Bird in the video. We have Dr. Fedorenko in the video,
Yay.
and yeah, the Dr. Bird is in interview.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
watched almost all your videos actually.
yeah.
So
So
I just even though I've been through it, I like to watch and support other
yeah,
people. And my
yeah,
plan was to do all three of the doctors as stained glass. Um, but it's I don't know. One day at a time, one step at a time, because it's a lot. And it's just kind of something I do in my spare time. So
yeah. So Anna, wow, again a nice video. Better in the sound at the moment. Uh,
yay, we fixed it.
yeah,
We
very
fixed it.
good. So we stay in touch. Is there anything you would like to tell the community?
I guess just not to lose hope and don't feel like it's out of reach because a lot of people say that, financially it's out of reach. I know in the United States, there's a lot of places that are willing to fight your insurance company
Hmm.
for this reason. So, and I know we've done, I mean, when I say we, I mean me as well. I mean, any any fundraiser you can imagine to get you there will be exhausting and it'll be worth it in the end. It'll be worth the effort you put into it and don't give up because you think it's out of reach because if you really want it, you'll find a way and there are people that will help you. There are people that will stand up. I had so many people in my little tiny community town of 1,200 people that stood up for me. I had so many people whose dogs I groomed just come and give me some money that they had they put aside to help me get to Mexico. Um, so I mean, I think that anyone who wants to try it, there there are people, and I think that's another reason why it's so important for so many of us to just just give back and pay it forward in any way we can because we know that people stood up for us and came out
Mm.
for us and they'll come out for you too.
So you can put this channel for all the people who see this. This is not my channel. This is our channel. This is our channel. You can work with this. Is there anybody have a question? Please show them the channel or add this to your website. I didn't care.
Yep, absolutely.
This is not
I'll share it everywhere. I will share it in as many ways as possible. I want people to know
wonderful.
that
You
this
can
is
share
an
this,
option.
and although the others who see this here, share this to your community so we get more and more informed about the HACT possibility. And for
Mhm.
us, for me, it must be the first treatment option. Yeah.
Yes, and I just remembered one other thing that I'd like to say to people
Yeah.
is most likely your neurologist will tell you they don't support it and don't do it and it's dangerous and they are wrong. They are wrong. This has been done for many years. What do you think? 60 years for cancers, blood cancers? They have this procedure done with science, and it's a much gentler chemo than what you would experience,
Yeah.
unless you have beam, than a cancer chemo. So they will tell you no. Find a doctor who will say yes. Um,
Yeah. I
Find a
was,
hematologist, but don't when they say no, say that's not good enough.
yeah.
That's not good
You
enough.
100% agree, 100%. And yeah, but it's also, I hear from one lady, he is from Czechia. This is also in Europe, and
Mhm.
there will be a neurologist. I get an interview in the next days, and they provide it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This is beautiful. Huh?
Some neurologists are for it. Some neurologists will support this.
Yeah,
But many will not. Tell
yeah,
you it's
yeah,
dangerous, or if you go overseas, you're going to come back in a body
yeah,
bag, or like all manner of horror stories. If you go to Mexico, there will be chickens walking around in the clinic. That is such a load of, you know what? It's not true. Um, Go do the
Oh,
thing.
this is first last treatment in Mexico. I guess also Dr. Fedorenko and US clinics 100%. So everywhere. So
Oh, I would go to Russia also in a heartbeat. Like if
yeah,
that had been the option,
yeah,
Mexico was closer. I felt like it was easier to connect with my family. I thought
yeah,
our cultures were more similar in terms of like family,
yeah,
but I would go to see Dr. Fedorenko. He's a brilliant, kind. I mean, from what I've seen, I've never met him. I feel like I know a lot of these people, even though that's
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Just because I've watched hours and hours and hours of videos with them and interviews with them, and I would trust them in a second. And they're helping people. They're really helping people. That's beautiful to me.
yes, 100%. So yesterday, no, the day before yesterday, I saw two MS patients now, and she was asking me 2 years before I go for the HSCT, and she says, "Yes, more, this is dangerous. Don't go." And now she's laying in the bed. MS, heart punch. Yeah. So I say, hey,
It,
follow me, but yeah, so better is hit it hard and early. Yeah, this is my
yeah,
this is my mission. Yeah, this is my worldwide mission. Yeah, I would like to
yeah. I
be
think
up
you
with this.
should.
Yeah,
I agree. Hard and early, and
yeah,
hit it with everything you've got while you still have it. Because,
yeah,
like, I didn't know when I first got attacked, it hit my brainstem, and it was a mess. I mean, my face, they thought I was having a stroke because half my face was drooping and my left side. Um, and it was numb. and I was having trouble walking and lifting my left leg. I mean, it was just really bad. And then when I found out, and I was like, I'm having trouble swallowing, I'm having trouble hearing. I don't have any of those problems now.
Mm.
Now I think any hearing problems I have are probably due to the stupid loud music from when I was a kid at concerts. But I was terrified. Like, if it hit my brainstem again, where would I be? Like, why would I take a chance with a medication that might work 60% of the time if it's going to, but it might not. Um,
These are no candies, huh? This
mhm.
the MS drugs are no candies. Yeah,
Yeah, no, no.
yeah.
I mean, I just don't,
Mm.
the the statistics for them. I mean, and even if they are working, they're just slowing it. They're not
Yeah,
stopping it. I wanted something to just stop it.
yeah,
And if I stayed where I was, then I was okay with that. I mean, I really wanted to improve, but if if it
yeah,
stopped it and I didn't have to get worse, then
yeah,
that was okay too. Um, and if it came back, if I come out of remission, I would do it again. I would fight to have HSCT again. I would
yeah.
not mess around with the drug.
In the videos, there's also Karen. He did second time HSCT now.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep, I know that Dr. Bird has performed a couple of second times. I think
yeah,
Mexico is and Russia have performed
yeah,
a couple second times, and
yeah.
yeah, I would jump back into the chemo again before I did MS again.
Mm.
But
Wonderful. Yeah,
it may never come back, so we're
yeah.
gonna go with that. We're gonna stay positive. Not coming back.
You did it very great. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Anna.
Oh, thank you so much, Matthias. Thank you.
Yeah,
It was good to see you again, and hopefully the sound is all good this time, despite the dog barking at one point.
yeah. If
Maybe
there
that'll
is any
bring life to
question,
it.
please write me some in the comments. And I hopefully I find the next one maybe tomorrow, and next week comes some doctors hopefully. So subscribe this channel, and we will keep in touch, and we keep going. Our mission is 1,000
Absolutely.
patients. Okay,
Excellent. All right. Thank you
okay.
so much, Matthias. You have a great afternoon
Great
or
afternoon.
evening.
Hold
Evening.
the line for the moment, Anna.